Hello crafty friends, welcome to another texture paste ideas video. Today we're using this circle stencil texture paste pattern. To create this I used Liquitex light modelling paste and pushed it through a stencil with my cake ice scraper thing. I removed the stencil and then left it to dry on its own. To colour this I'm going to use some Deco Art Crafters acrylic. This is Wild Rose Pink. I'll put some on my mat. Get rid of the dry bits and hydrate it with water to make it runny. And then I'm going to pick it up with my smoosher and smush it on. I've got far more than I need, so I'm going to smush the rest onto this spare bit of card. And I'm going to do the same thing with, what's this colour? Daffodil Yellow. I hopefully put a little bit less on my mat, but I'm not convinced. Where did my smusher go? There it is. I'll pick that up and smush that over the top. Press down a bit harder in some places so I can get some of that smushiness between the texture paste dots. We'll add that on top of there. If you want to know how to make a smusher, and if you want lots of ideas on how to use a smusher, then there is a playlist linked below. So that's going to go in my box of backgrounds and bits. Before that dries completely, I'm going to spatter on some gold. So this should mix and mingle with the wet smushy paint that's already on there. Make it a bit shimmery in places. And again, before it dries, I'm going to sprinkle over some metallic gold regular embossing powder from Wow. And that should stick to the wet bits of paint. Now I'm going to heat this with my heat tool. That will dry the paint and melt the embossing powder. Right, that's looking gorgeous, shimmery, shiny, lovely warm colours too. So I really like this, and I'm thinking it would be a shame to cut it down too much. I think I will use it as a whole panel. There will be a strip left over, so I think that's going to look good on there. Just want to make sure it's square. I'll add tape runner to the back of this and then pop it on my card front. Right, really liking that. Also got this bit, so I will square this up. And that can go on another card, but I'm going to mount the little strip onto a piece of white cardstock to give it a border. And I'll use my mini Perfect Layers tool and my knife to give it a border of 1/16 of an inch. Yep, that looks good. It's a bit trickier when you're doing something small, but I think that'll work. And I'll bevel the edges of the white border to neaten them up using my embossing tool like that. Add some tape on the back and we can pop that on a card blank. So I'm thinking centred on this third line over to the right hand side, like that. And before I push it down firmly, I'll get my T-square ruler to hopefully help me get it on straight. Okay, happy with those. Now I'm going to use this die. This is new to me. I bought it from Global Land on Amazon and it's a typewriter with some flowers and foliage. I'm going to cut the two typewriter bits out of white card to start with, just to see what they look like. So I think what you do is you place this one on top of this one but tuck it underneath there. And there's a piece of paper as well that comes out like that, I think. And then obviously you want something behind that. But I was wondering about a green or a teal typewriter. Maybe a teal. My typewriter is a sort of grey-green, So it's a bit like that, and it's that bit I want green. And I'm thinking the other bit, a nice dark brown, could do grey or black. So I'll put some glue on the back of the front, tuck that under there like that, and get everything lined up. That's about right. And I'm wondering about putting that green bit behind, or maybe I'll get a black bit. Just need to scissor cut this slightly larger than the actual piece, and I'll glue dot on the back of there, pop that behind, and we've got some paper there popping out the top. I think that looks rather good on there. I think I'll add some glue on the back. So there's my typewriter, and I'm thinking about there. I have popped it up on some foam tape to give it dimension. So this card's going to be quite chunky, what with the texture paste as well. But that's okay. So for my sentiment, I've got these Sizzix dies. They're tiny little alphabet dies, and they cut a grungy typewriter type font. So I'm thinking they'll be perfect for this. So I'm going to cut the word hello out of black card. So I'll dip these into some high-tack white glue and add these to my bit of paper. So there's our hello. Higgledy-piggledy, because that's how my typewriter types. I should probably send it off to be serviced or something, but I quite like the way it types. As well as the typewriter, we had these flowers. So I thought I'd add some purpley gold flowers. Right, I'll use my embossing tool to press down in the middle of these to give them some more dimension. So this card is really probably not one that's going to go through the post. It'll have to be hand delivered or put in a parcel with a present. So I'll dip these in some high-tack glue and add them around. I'll have 3 up there, maybe 2 down here. So I've die cut my leaves from some green smushy paper from my box of backgrounds and bits. I apologise if the narration of this video feels a bit disjointed. My daughter is currently sitting in the conservatory with me, testing out her new camera lens by taking photos of me and trying to make me laugh. So I'll dip that in glue again and add bits here and there. Just tuck the leaves under. So I'm happy with that arrangement of flowers and leaves. Now I'm going to add Nuvo drops as my flower centres. This is pale gold. Right, I'm thinking that I want to put just some dots on the keys as if there's some white letters on them, because it just looks like it needs it. My daughter said it just looks like a mechanical cheese grater right now, and I think she's right. So I'm going to add some little highlights to the keys so they look like they've got letters on. So I'm happy with that. Obviously you don't need to put the typewriter and flowers on this background. You could put whatever you liked on it, but I think it makes a really nice full panel background. Right, we're going to keep this one nice and clean and simple. I've cut this foliage out of gold cardstock. It's got some apertures in it, which makes it extra interesting. And I've stuck that on a vellum circle just to help it separate from the background a bit. And to stick the vellum circle down, I'm going to use high-tack white glue and hide it behind the gold die cut. Just dot these on individually with a stylus. And that should be enough to hold it on the card once it's dry. That's going to go there, about 1/3 of the way up the card, or the centre of the circle is about a third of the way up the card. I've got another one of these sticker sentiments. This one says congratulations. I think I'll place that there. So that's about a third of the way up the card, sitting roughly in the middle horizontally, and I'll pop a little bit of something under this end to keep it level. So there's a little bit of craft foam there, which I will pop under the end. I think that will do the trick if I can get my fingers to work properly, and I think that will do nicely. And there you go, 2 cards made with that one background, one very full and one clean and simple. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's given you a few ideas, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.